I'm going to critique this penthouse in Miami. So if you decide to buy, design, build a property yourself, you won't make the same mistakes. I'm the How to Buy a Mansion guy. I've critiqued over 1,500 properties, and this is what I do. Let's watch this video together. Okay, let's pause it right there. This is a first time reaction. I've never seen this before, but we're going to see it and judge it as we go, okay? You could see how my brain works through the process, so pay attention. The first thing I see over here is the facade of the building. Very unique. It's very dreamy. If you've ever kind of been to some tropical, by the equator building, these like vegetation kind of dripping down the building is an iconic thing that is etched in our brain. It's very beautiful, very cool, but it does come with a downside, okay? If you don't have the proper drainage, the water leaks and causes a lot of issues, erosion to the building, so have an eye out for that.
This unit in particular, Penthouse E, features 5 bedrooms, 5.5 bathrooms. We're just under 4,400 square feet, and it's asking just under $14.5 million. Let's head down these steps. Let me take you inside and blow your mind. So here we are in the private foyer. And wow, even just coming off the elevator and entering in here, kick off your shoes, it just creates that like intro feel before we get into somewhere really special. So down over here, your official front door.
Okay, my first question is there another unit on this floor? I saw 2 swimming pools at the top. Is there one pool for this unit and then the public pool for everyone else in the building? Because that would affect the price. Or this property has 2 pools, or there may be 2 units, right? At the penthouse level. So let's find out.
You got Penthouse E written up there, and here we go. So my first feeling when I walked in was I didn't even think this was a condo or a penthouse.
My first impression is that it doesn't have the wow factor right off the bat. So you're backwards to the view. Now they've done something clever. They've put a kind of mirror behind the bar at the end to kind of, you can see the view, but obviously the entrance doesn't maximize the wow factor for this unit at all.
And it starts us off right over here on my left with your TV room. Now again, the perfect setup. There are multiple places to lounge and hang out. Because when you're rich and have a lot of money, people like to be close by, so you like to hang out with them. I'm just kidding. Of course, you got other rich friends, and that's why you have spaces like this.
He's very poetic. He says some random shit sometimes. Okay, first thing first, ceiling heights. I was expecting for the penthouse unit to have a little bit higher ceilings. Okay, no, you normally do that, especially on the newer buildings. But this tells me either this is a really old building or it's a refurbished of an old building that they've kind of renovated and they're reselling the units in there. Because on the newer ones, definitely on the last one, they give you higher ceilings. And to me, this looks like a 9-foot, 10-foot ceilings max.
All of the units kind of have this like jungle-esque feel that I love so much. And of course, on the spirit of entertaining, you got some spirits. You got your drinks above, you got your wet bar down below.
Did he just say that? So the ceiling heights are showing a little higher because Jason is pretty short. But yeah, maybe it's like 11 foot high max. Yeah.
And on the right side of this room is a more intimate, kind of formal sitting area.
Intimate, formal living area. Okay, does this look intimate to you guys? To me, the arrangement looks like hotel lobby. I see what they're trying to do though. They're trying to do 2 things at once, right? They're trying to say like you can hang out towards the kitchen if you sit on this side. You can also hang out towards the balcony if you're sitting on this side, or you can hang out towards the wall. But it just doesn't work. Okay, people don't sit like that. Okay, you basically trying to do 3 living rooms in one space. This would work for maybe 3 different groups of people who want to hang out separately in a hotel lobby that don't want to talk to each other. But in an environment, if you're trying to seat as many people as you are, putting them back to back is not an arrangement we like to play. Maybe we'd like to play musical chairs that way if you're running around it, but not to talk to each other in big groups.
Because the entertainment is the love that you share with the people you're with. Oh, am I writing poetry now? I don't know why I said that. I love how they designed the seating. You have to acknowledge the design and the interior work that went into here.
He enjoys it. Great. It's we obviously don't see eye to eye.
Another feature that I'd like to point out is this floating bench. They've included this in here. It's just like kind of like a design marvel. Look, how am I being supported right now? So you can house
This guy cracks me up, man. This guy really cracks me up. These mansion tour people are such characters. We have such an interesting collage of humans. Like, what happens in your life? Like, what sequence of events happen in your life where you become a mansion tour guy? Again, this seating arrangement, he's sitting there. There's another seating arrangement that faces it.
When it's time to elevate the experience of your guests, you can take them out here, and not just for your guests. You know, you're not buying a house for other people, you're buying it for yourself. So this feature is also functional for your own enjoyment.
The balcony is functional for our own experience. Okay, I hope so. I really hope so.
When you crack this door open and you step out of here, look at what we're greeted with. We have a nice little balcony. It's got enough space for this beautiful dining table. You've got enough space for a couple places to lounge.
This is a nice setup. I like this. I mean, I really liked plants hanging from buildings. There's this Iranian architect who did, I follow in Tehran, who really did a classic design of Iranian architecture with bricks and everything, and he incorporated this. So I'm a sucker for this. I love this. It really brings in the nature. If you figure out the irrigation system for the plants, and so it doesn't damage the building in 20, 50, 100 years, right? Fantastic. And I like the arrangement over here. And considering you have that whole freaking rooftop, this is great. So far, the amount of outdoor space for a condo, it's really competing with a single family home.
Smoke a cigar in the shade, things that people who are affluent like to do. I'm not even affluent and I like to do it. But of course, the money scene is right over here. When you step to this end and you look over, you have, first of all, your beautiful building in front of you. You know, all the privacy in the world. You're just looking out and you're seeing the city of Miami.
What are you saying? You just said the building looks into your balcony. Then you said all the privacy in the world.
You have, first of all, your beautiful building in front of you.
At least don't say it. You subconsciously said it's not private, okay? It's beautiful view. I like it. I think it's a good view. I like the fact that it's dynamic, right? You have the skyline, you have water, you have islands, you have beautiful homes you look at. I give this view, I would say a 7, maybe 7.5.
The blue water of Miami Beach, it's exceptional. Just off of your living room.
See, when they zoom in, it's a 7.5. But when you look at it from this angle, this building is completely blocking it and narrows the view, right? So I take it back. It's more like a 6.5. But overall, like if with binoculars, it's fantastic.
We're gonna make our way to the middle of the unit and take a look at what the heart of this home has to offer. From here, before I head to the kitchen, you would think, oh look, curved smooth wall, there's nothing to offer. That's wrong, all right? You got this secret hidden door that leads you to the office. So when you step inside now, this could also be a room because look, it's got its ensuite in here with the same beautiful finishes that you're gonna see throughout.
Okay, if you took my Perfect Mansion workshop, we just finished it yesterday. Fantastic. I mean, I gave 100% money back guarantee on the VIPs. On the last day, I offered a refund anybody in the VIP, and not a single person asked for a refund. Not a single people. Okay? It was a huge success. First time running it. But one of the things I talk about in that course is continuity, right, of finishes. Did you see any continuity between bathroom he just showed us and this room? Did you see how that bathroom completely was disconnected from this office? Color palette, everything, right? Like subconsciously, your buyer would not even understand what happened, right? But when they see this, they will be like, they wouldn't get that feeling, that the cohesive look of a unit, okay? It just won't register with them. And they won't have that highest level of appreciation for the unit if you paid attention that like, hey, I can't just introduce a complete new set of material in one room. I need to have some sort of continuity from the room I'm presenting and the bathroom that is associated with that bedroom. If you didn't come to the last workshop, I'm running another workshop in 2 months. The link is in the description. I'll see you guys there.
I know a lot of people watching this. A lot of you guys are traders. You guys work from home. You have this sound safe room with this trading perfection area. You got this slider door that leads you out. Even get some steps.
Amazing location for the office, right? The room has separation. It's by the formal living area where it could be busy, right? So it's like the fact that it's on the busier side of the house, it doesn't bother me at all. You want it to be away from the bedrooms because, you know, you're not going to be working when you're having party over, right? So it's okay to be closer to the party area. But what's really disappointing is that the color palette they chose for the office is completely off what I would have done, okay? If you've had this beautiful backdrop, plants hanging over, giving you that zen feeling, why wouldn't you want to go for a very zen vibe for your office, right? You can still keep it professional, but you didn't have to go grace, right? The location is great, the size is great for an office, right? But it doesn't represent the opportunity you had with the balcony and everything you had going on over here.
But from here, I'm now going to take you back out and show you the kitchen. And I love how it transitions from this wood floor to this stone floor.
I don't like it. It's way too busy. The floor is way too busy. It's totally fine if you want to go with a marble or a different material, but to me, it looks like you just had a lot of extra smaller slabs that you didn't know what to do with, and you just put them next to each other. It's just so distracting to the eye, and it doesn't even transition really nice. Like that color wood with that color marble, it's such a contrast. I'm not loving it. I'm not loving it at all.
Of course, you're going to have the best of the best. You're going to have Gaggenau appliances with the Gaggenau rising vent. That way, when you cook, everything gets sucked up. You don't have to worry about having a big ugly vent above you. Instead, you have these wood slats with this like accent lighting and this reflective, you know, kitchen cabinetry. So it makes the whole home feel like you're in a designer studio. I really love that. It's inspiring me to cook, and I don't even know what the heck I'm doing in the kitchen. You know what I mean?
Okay, he skipped the breakfast nook, I think. I don't think he's going to show it, okay? That's the best thing I like about it. I like the layout of the kitchen. I really think it has the right amount of width. It's central to the house. I'm consulting on a project that they're, they wanted to put the kitchen right off the door, okay? Like really, really crazy. Like you do not want to do that. You need to have that separation, right? But the fact that this kitchen is right in the middle and they were able to incorporate the breakfast nook against the wall, fantastic. And they had enough walkway to pass through it to go to the other side, right? It didn't block the energy. I just think the floors were completely off. They should have not gone with such a busy floor material at all.
And it transitions back around and offers you more places to enjoy that meal. So once you prep and make the food, you have a built-in dining room.
Beautiful. You see, he's going to show it. See, I don't know what he's going to show or not. Love the fact that he's got the area for the dogs and, the animals to eat. But look at that separation between the breakfast nook and the counter. Great separation, great blending, fantastic use of space, right? Like in these condos where you have a limited amount of space, sometimes you have to end up putting the kitchen in the middle. And sometimes you don't get to have enough width, right? The fact that they use this wall very cleverly by putting a bench and skewing an oval shaped table, right, that doesn't take too much space with tuck-in chairs is beautiful. I really like it. I think this is where everyone's gonna hang out.
You have your formal dining room over here underneath this very cool light fixture. It reminds me of those like metal magnets that you throw in there and they click, but now they've turned it into like a luxury model. Was that what they were going for? I don't know. But how about this? To really impress your guests and to make your life that much more special, you have cooling storage for the most expensive wine bottles in your collection.
Okay, this is pretty clever place of putting your dining room, okay? First of all, it's close to the kitchen. They've framed it with the back wall of it like a wine fridge, like an industrial wine fridge that looks actually pretty cool. But the location of stairway is perhaps the most impressive thing I like about it. It doesn't take that much space. Actually pay attention to how much like ground space the staircase takes to take you to the rooftop. But the most importantly, it's bringing natural light to the center of the house where you really, really need it. I think they should have done a better job decorating underneath it to give it some sort of a purpose. That air vent looks really, really ugly. But that's easily could be done, right?
How awesome is this? I mean, you got, I would say almost 1,000 bottle storage right here, accent lit, cooled with a view. So your guests can pick and choose depending on, who's here. Maybe someone serious is here today. You gotta let them pick, right? And so from here, we're gonna take a look at the first couple guest bedrooms. On this side in front of me.
Okay, just wait. Okay, did you see that it has one bedroom? That was technically a bedroom, the office, okay? It could be a guest bedroom, but the separation of that guest bedroom and the rest of the bedroom wing. I love that. You really need that to have that in a condo, in a big condo you're trying to sell for $14 million. You want to have that separation to create like you can actually treat it like a single family home where you can have a guest and they're not in your business, right? Fantastic.
When you step into the first room, you've got your ensuite. They're outfitted amazingly. You got the walk-in shower, the stone finishes going from floor to the ceiling. And then in here for her, you've got the pink room with the pink shades. And then in here, you have your son's room. This time a more blue room, a little bit more peaceful. And then as we step back out now, back into the entertaining spaces and where the public is gonna get to see, Come further down, this is the staircase that's going to take us to our private rooftop.
Did you see that? It's a known, like they didn't try to make this staircase an architectural masterpiece, okay? Just make it efficient, put it in the right location, get natural light coming in. That's a huge opportunity because all the other penthouse units on the lower floors are not going to get this.
So we'll get to that in a minute, but let's for now head a little bit further down. We're going to have your guest half bathroom, powder room right over here. And the reason I want to take you in is because you see this awesome finish that they've included on the floor.
Oh my God. Well, it's like, it's like I took a drop of acid or something. What is going on? This is trippy. Is this a sticker? Like that back wall? Is that really a slab? It's pretty cool, but it's just overwhelming, right? Okay, if this is real slab, which I don't know if it is, as an accent, it could have been cool. It's completely overwhelming. And there's no other thing to play off of it, right? All marble, nothing else to kind of an accent. Give me at least like a, purple towel or like, some fabric, like play along with something here, It's just too much marble and too much patterns.
However, what you may have missed is the door.
No, I did not miss that. That was the number one thing that grabbed my attention, and it does not look real. This has to be fake. This is not a real marble. It has to be fake.
This door has actually just been painted to resemble the marble going across.
Dude, I called it. I freaking called it, dude. I swear to God, I've not seen this video, okay? I have not seen any of this. This is the first time looking at it, okay? I absolutely called. Very proud of myself.
Finally, at the end here, we're going to get into some of the cool suites. We have the junior suite on this side. It's got the king size bed. You've got an insane ensuite with the greatest finishes, but in the room itself, the key feature here is this balcony. You crack this door open, you have this beautiful shot of privacy.
Fantastic. Really good junior suite. I would have thought they probably got the primary suite in the corner. Okay, yeah, they're going to associate, they were going to put the primary suite in the corner. But so far, a very good junior suite, good office, 2 good kids' bedroom, really good. I'm really, really happy with this floor. For a pen, I think it's very, very functional.
And of course, final room for us to see is going to be the main suite. So as I come back out into the main areas again and make my left, we're going to have the official main suite of this penthouse. As you step in and come down, you have the most amazing shot of this room.
Okay, that's tight. That's pretty tight. It better have amazing, amazing walk-in closet. If you associated more square footage to a walk-in closet, I'll get it. But that is a really tight space for a primary suite for this price point.
Of course, your ensuite bathroom. I love the finishes they've included in here.
Is that fake too? I don't know. See, now when you show me something painted, now I'm like questioning everything. You see how purple sits really nice with marble, with that gray and purple is a nice little color palette. I just picked it up over here. You see that? The orchids. Like I was expecting something over there in the powder room like this. That's like a natural thing you would do in a marble. Marble, you go with purple, gray. It's a good combo.
This room's fantastic, and the icing on the cake is going to be out here on this balcony. So when you come out on this side, this balcony wraps down one end and comes back down this end. And so you have this huge elevated outdoor space with all this luxury landscaping surrounding us.
No one uses these. These wraparound balconies are like, I'm not a big fan. Actually, it's more of like a privacy concern when like, you're naked, changing your clothes, someone from the other room comes over and looks at you. It's not ideal. It's not ideal. And he hasn't shown the primary master bedroom closet, and I want to make a point. Again, I hope I'm not wrong about this because it could be huge. But if it's small, they should have combined these 2 rooms at the end for resale value, okay? See, sometimes you think more is better, okay? If you're thinking, having, this would be 6 bedrooms, right? We got the office, then we got the 2 bedrooms. They had a junior suite, and this is a primary bedroom, 5 bedroom. I would have rather had an amazing primary bedroom, okay? So you're going to target people with, 3 kids with that setup, where you can still target them with that office, right? If you have that office, it could be like a kid's nursery, right? You still can do that, but you eliminate, by going for the quantity of the bedrooms, by not giving that amazing primary master closet that every woman in this price category would want, you're eliminating buyers, right? Do your 2 kids family extremely well, right? Like a person who has 2 kids, there are 2 kids over there, have the office for their guests or still an office, and then have an incredible primary suite with a massive closet for his and hers that would truly feel like a single family home. Because remember, you have like a huge backyard, it's your rooftop, right? You have that. So then you don't give them any excuse to pick a single family home over your penthouse, because they get everything that they will get from a single family home, and they get views, and they get security of a building because they travel so much, or they live in Europe and they go back and forth. They wanted to make sure no one steals anything in their apartment, right? So that was disappointing, or at least it is, because he still hasn't shown the primary master closet.
And here we are. As mentioned before, this is a private rooftop up here, and watch all the landscaping, all this live, beautiful plants and trees that you get to stay connected with in this property up on the rooftop. On my left over here, you have an entertainer's paradise.
This is awesome. This is a great rooftop. This is a really, really good rooftop.
Just ahead of me, an outdoor dining space underneath this huge umbrella, so you can have that poke bowl, avocado salad, whatever rich, healthy people eat. You eat that right here underneath the shade and with that beautiful ocean breeze in the distance. You come over here and you're pretty much just enjoying the view, that blue water, the bay, the million dollar houses that you see in the distance.
Being overlooked by this humongous building next to you. Okay, this really kind of, it brings to topic the height of the building. It does not help you're dwarfed by the building right next to you. You have a lot of direct view, a ton, right? So it's really a statistical game because at any given time, the chances are someone is looking into your rooftop. And it really eliminates a big group of buyers. You do have a system for vegetation, right? It seems like you can hedge this to make it better. You can even position these umbrellas, if it's not really windy, and it gets windy in Miami sometimes, to block the view. But that should be a huge element that you would have to fix to block the view from this building as much as you can. Because again, statistically speaking, it's very likely someone is looking into your rooftop if you're there.
And the best part is just wrapped around over here, you have now the shaded side of this pool. So when I hop up these steps, you have this covered area, a couple places to lounge, and this whole wall here is a live vegetation wall.
I'm getting 100% Miami vibe. Like, talking about a location, the landscaping, the vibe and energy being in tune with the location. It's a total Miami penthouse. It 100% is. There's no ifs and buts. Now, you can argue the finishes were, not the top end, high end and spoke finishes, but so far it's a pretty damn good penthouse.
This is the money shot, some would say. You have your jacuzzi, your huge lap pool over there in the distance. I consider it a lap pool. I can do laps in there. And wrapping all the way around, you have the ocean, the bay, everything just surrounding us to enjoy and to view.
What a pool, dude. I mean, it like a lot of buildings you would see at penthouses, they put like a dipping pool in there and call it a pool. This was a real pool. Very impressive. Great rooftop. Again, the only downfall is that you're completely violated from one side. It's just really how well you're going to hedge that, right? How well you're going to be able to block that, and how well you can secure it during the hurricane season, because those plants will be flying down, to the Miami beach if you don't secure them. So, but great selling point. Fantastic for someone who, let's say, spent 6 months of the year in Miami, right? And the other half is in Europe or West Coast or another state, trying to escape the taxes from California, and you want to live there in Florida for 6 months. Great option.
The last feature I want to point out on this side is that down over here, we have a separate entrance. And the cool thing about this entrance is just behind this door, in here, you can actually take this elevator back into your unit or come from the ground floor and head straight into the pool area. What that means is that if you have guests meeting you and they want to just come for the pool party, you can have them sent right up to the pool level floor. They don't have to even go downstairs.
Great option. Really cool. Again, fantastic. Really, well thought out. I would assume this is a conversion, like a building that was designed in the past, but they renovated it and now then started selling units in it. That's my guess. Again, the first time watching this video, haven't done full research. So if you know more about this building, please put it in the comments so everybody would get educated about it. And I'm curious to know more about it.
But now let's take a look at the opposite side and what that side gives us. You have your outdoor shower, perfect for if you want to take a quick wash before getting back into the pool. You have this beautiful extension overlooking the ocean. From this side, you're looking at old school Miami, these exotic buildings, future buildings going up, the ocean. It's just an incredible sight. Again, this is what the 1% gets to see every day.
Okay, so on the view side, definitely on the other side, but this part was not utilized. Like you could turn this side into, you can do some like games over here, or you could really dress it up as a great outdoor dining, like al fresco dining on the rooftop, because I wasn't a big fan of the dining area on the rooftop. It was kind of in the middle, it was an afterthought, but their bar was great, right? So I would have kind of doubled down on this location to really dedicated it to outdoor dining. And or games, right? Like outdoor games to play and entertain everyone while they're on the rooftop. But so far, a great penthouse. I mean, there are a couple elements to fix it. I would totally combine those 2 bedrooms, the junior suite and the primary suite, and just make it an amazing product for a family of 2, right? 2 kids, right? Family of 4 with 1 guest bedroom, and really target that demographic and deliver exactly what they want. Like one of the things we do at the 5-day workshop is identify avatars, right? Identifying 3 different avatars for your project that you're trying to build or renovate, or if you're a developer, you're trying to target. We identify those avatars and we try to nail them. So for this particular one, my advice to them would have been, combine the 2 units, go for the highest demographic. Okay, instead of trying to appease to the people with 3 kids, appease to the people with 2 kids, but over deliver on the closet space, right? Just make it perfect. 1 guest bedroom is good enough for them, and just nail it.
As you come up, this is again one of my favorite shots of this home because you could see it all. You could see your pool, your jacuzzi, your huge private terrace, the view.
Okay, so I have 2 theories. There are either 2 penthouses in this building where the other penthouse gets the other swimming pool, or that swimming pool is for everyone else in the whole building. And it would affect the price of this unit, okay? If it's only one other person that you share the rooftop with, or no, there's like 500 people you're sharing, the rooftop with. But if you want to see the most beautiful house in 𝗕𝗚, watch this video. I think you will really enjoy it. If you want to join the 5-day workshop, I'm doing one in a few months from now. You can sign up in the link description. Everyone in the course, in the VIP section, 100% money back guaranteed. Not a single person asked for a refund. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the comments. Take care.